The PAOC works on many different levels to see Christ's global mission fulfilled. Our efforts are focused on international need and on needs right here at home. Your local assembly is a part of our fellowship's mandate to reach lost people wherever they are. Mission Canada is the arm of the PAOC that connects passionate Pentecostal people to those needs and to the resources necessary to produce disciples right here in our post-Christian society. Our role is to keep our eyes on the needs of this nation, coast to coast to coast. Our next generation of Canadians is growing up in a country that is no longer considered a Christian nation. This lack of spiritual foundation hinders development of wholesome moral principles for life. They are the future of Canada.
Last month was my 11th birthday, and I just want to have some fun. When I get home from school, I like to go on the computer or play video games before my mom gets home from work. What I don't like is that when my mom's boyfriend comes over, he takes up all of her time and ignores me completely. When I grow up, I don't want to get married because marriage just doesn't seem to work. My grandma said that God loves me, but I don't really believe her. I am just a typical Canadian kid.
I'm preparing for my career, but I'm not really sure that I know what I'm gonna do. And I'm not sure that I'll be able to get a job when I'm done. I thought I had it all figured out, but things just seem to be way more complicated than I thought. And I'm paying all this money for my studies, and sometimes I really can't see why. I just want to make the difference in the world. I'm a university student.
Canada is now an urban nation where over 80% of Canadians live in cities where development plans no longer include space for new churches. The cultural face of Canada continues to change rapidly with the growing number of immigrants who now call Canada home. In serving the needs of our new Canadian families, we can help them find new dimensions of life, both now and in eternity.
I recently arrived in this country. I came here to make a living and to have a better life for my family and myself. With no money, no relationship, a little knowledge of the language here, a temporary place to stay, and not even a job to go to. It is not what I thought it would be. I try to understand the culture here, but I find it very difficult. It's a real struggle. You see, I am a newcomer to Canada.
For generations, most of Canada's Aboriginal people have lived in severely challenging conditions. As a result, they are among Canada's most vulnerable people.
I live in a city, not on a reserve. While Canada's population is aging, the Aboriginal population is noticeably youthful. In my lifetime, I'm 3 times more likely to be assaulted, robbed, or sexually abused. I'll probably live in multifamily housing and experience poor parental models, which means that I'll live with family violence and abuse alcohol or some other substance. I am Aboriginal.
Quebec has the greatest per capita need for the gospel in the Western world. A cultural heritage of rejecting the church has made this province one of the hardest places to make disciples.
I live in Canada, but I dream of another nation. My parents were married in the church, attending Mass, and were devoted Catholics. But I'm neither married nor devoted to any church. I am raising my kids to think for themselves so they can enjoy all pleasures in life. But I can't escape the question of what will happen to me after I die. I am Québécoise.
Mission Canada gathers the passion and insights of leaders from across Canada so that we can help your local assembly have an impact on these priorities in your neighborhood and in your nation. We seek to extend your influence by releasing new missionaries who give their lives to creative new ministries designed specifically for these Canadian priorities. But the truth is, passion and willingness are just not enough. This nation will only be changed by those who are committed to pray, to give, and to go. We need to pray for workers and open doors. We need to give finances to new ministry initiatives that we may have never partnered with before. We need to engage personally and congregationally with those we rub shoulders with daily who are far from God and lost without Him. People say Canada is not a mission field, but when you hear the voices and see the faces, only the opposite is true. This is the reality in Canada today. The mission field is here, and we are sent to it.
I am your mission field.
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 We are your mission field.